My name is Laura and I'm from mynewestaddiction.com, and today I just wanted to go ahead and create a look for you today using all Nars makeup products. I've got a lot that I've accumulated over the years, and I wanted to actually do a demo of that new foundation, the All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. A lot of people had questions about it and they wanted to see me applying it, so I thought that I'd give the people what they wanted. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I've got a mirror right here, so if you see me looking over here, that's why. And I'm in my bathroom today. I don't normally film in here, but whatever. So anyway, the new foundation, it looks like this. It's the All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. And you just want to give it a really good shake because it is sort of a thinner consistency. And I'm going to work with one pump. I'm just going to put one pump on the back of my hand. And you want to just work in sections because it does dry down. So you just want to put that on and then start blending it out. And I know that there's been some discussion amongst people in reference to it being a very yellow line, and all of Nars's foundations, minus two or so, have these yellow undertones anyway because they are really good. Yellow undertones are very good for correcting redness, which a lot of people have. A lot of lines actually have more yellow based foundations in them if you pay attention to that sort of thing, because it's good for all over, you know, just color correcting in general. But yes, this is quite a yellow foundation, and Christine Tintalia actually pointed out that because it is so pigmented, maybe that's why it's coming across so yellow, and I would agree, because honestly, once it gets on my skin, it really does correct any of the pigmentation, you know, discolorations and stuff that I have. So overall, I think that though it is yellow and in full coverage, I can still make it work for me because I do have quite a neutral tone. And I'm actually, you'll see what I'm going to do here in a minute. I have another Nars powder in a different shade because the foundation that I'm using is Ceylon, and the powder foundation, the All Day Luminous powder foundation, is actually in a shade called Santa Fe, which is too dark for me right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna contour with it and warm up the outside of my face and sort of make it all match, if that makes sense. I just say, I forgot like everything I wanted to say in that other video that I did. Go figure. But I wanted to add that, thought I heard somebody. Anyway, I wanted to add to the fact that if you have any dry skin, it will cling there. I know I said that it isn't a drying formula, and it's not. It just, if you have dry skin, it will cling to those areas. Like I do have some acne spots that are sort of clearing up right now, and they do kind of stick there. Okay, and so now I'm going to take the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless foundation, and I'm just going to go in. I haven't decided if I'm going to use my kabuki brush from Delium Tools or the the angled brush. I think I'm going to use this flat top angled brush. But as you see, it's much darker than my skin right now. The little insert fell out. And I don't really like a strong contour. So using a foundation or a powder foundation that's just slightly darker than your skin, I think is a perfect way to define your face without actually having it be visible. I know that it works fine, you know, visibility of it is fine for some people. I'm just not a fan of that look. Let's see what it's called. Light Reflecting Setting Powder, and it's the loose one. I also got this at the makeup show in Orlando recently, and I really like it. I've only used it a couple times now, but it looks really nice on. Dump some in the lid. Now I'm going to take that kabuki Okay, so I have the Nars Laguna bronzer, and let me show you how much of a joke of what it is I have left. There is like all pan, no bronzer, but I'm gonna go in with a really like rectangled brush so I can get right in there to the edges. I love this brush. But I'm just gonna warm up my face a little bit. Just that foundation, that powder, and the bronzer. So now I'm gonna do a blush color, and I think that I'm gonna go in with Nars Madly because I haven't used it in forever, and it's got that gorgeous, like a bronzy pink tone to it that I really just wanna throw on my cheeks because I think I don't know what I'm creating yet, but I think it'll make it look really nice and warm. Nars Madly, and this is what it looks like in the pan. Just a really nice muted rose. I love it. And I know that I do this completely backwards from most people. A lot of people do their eye look first, but I sort of like to lock down my complexion first to see what I'm working with, because if I have to go too heavy on my foundation and coverage like that, I'm pretty much gonna do simple everything else. That's just how I am. But so far so good today. I really warm my cheeks up a lot, and I like buff it out a little bit. I think I'm gonna pop like a brighter color right on the cheek. And when I say brighter, I mean only slightly. I'm going to Nars Luster, and it's like a peachy gold shade that is just gorgeous. It's got a little shimmer to it. Now I'm gonna blend that out in. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the brows. I do not have a Nars brow product, so I'm just gonna take an eyeshadow. Actually, I'll use a Nars eyeshadow. So I sort of hate to pull this palette out because you can't buy it, but all of these individual eyeshadows are sold individually. But it is the 9944 Best palette, and in it you have Bellissima 1, All About Eve 2, Ballet, All About Eve 1, Kalahari 1, and Kalahari 2. So there's a couple duos that are in this, but I'm gonna take, I think it's called Ballet, yeah. And it's that, like that cool tone taupe shade right here, and I'm just gonna do my brows with it. There's no shimmer in it whatsoever, and it's dark enough to sort of match my brows. So, and this is also a good lesson to be learned. If you don't have a brow product while you're traveling or something, but you have a good eyeshadow palette, and there's medium, excuse me, and there's matte shades in it. I can't do two things at once. Anyway, and if there's matte shades in it, feel free to use one as your brow. That way you can avoid packing multiple products too. Okay, so I have the individual shade called Lola Lola, and I really, really like it. It's a nice, just a warm brown. I'm just gonna take a flat shader brush and apply it on the lid. I'm using this teeny tiny mirror to do this. It's so awkward when you're doing videos and you're trying to put like detailed work in. Really awkward. And actually, I want to grab Nars Laguna and sort of take that into the crease. I don't know if you guys do that, but I'm often finding that I use a bronzer in the crease, because usually they're not crazy pigmented and they work as a nice transition shade. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tip of this brush and run it along that same shade along my lower lash line. It makes the color be, you know, it ties the color down to the bottom and it smokes it out. And sort of gives that halo effect, which I'm loving right now. That haloed, just at you sort of look right now. I'm loving that. Over here a little more. Make it match. And yes, oh my gosh, so excited. So now I'm gonna take this clean blending brush and I'm gonna blend out that line because I know it's getting a little harsh. And this is like the most important part, you guys. Just don't forget to blend. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little detail brush in the shimmery shade in the middle, which is Abyssinia. And I'm gonna just go into the inner corners because the rest of my eye is very dark and I need to brighten it up somehow. My biggest tip is if you're going crazy, just sort of tone down everything else. All I'm really doing with my liner here is I'm gonna go onto the waterline and the tight line. I'm not gonna do these, you know, I'm not gonna do winged eyeliner, which I love, but for the sake of this, I mean, it would just get lost on the look because it's so smoky already. Yeah, love wing liner, I really do, but on a dark eye, I just feel like it's not necessary. Okay, and so for that, I'm gonna take the Nars Larger Than Life Long Wearing Eyeliner, and I got this, oh! Anyway, so, just gonna take that and get my water, or my tight line. And my waterline. Boom. Okay, so okay, so that is it for the eyes. And now I just need to put on a lip. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my hair down. And Reagan's gonna talk to me right now. Anyway, I can't find my Nars lip gloss that I wanted to use, but I feel like this would go good with a nude lip anyway, so I'm just gonna use a nude lip. Okay, and that is the final look, you guys. Basically, just a really nice, you know, plain old smoky eye with flawless skin. I'm just gonna re-straighten my hair. Boop. But just warm cheeks, nice, kind of lightly contoured, and no fuss everything. I mean, I used one of the eyeshadows for my brows. All of these are Nars shadows that are in the permanent line. I used two different blushes, Madly and Luster, and that's it. So, oh, and Laguna. So anyway, I hope you guys like this. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. If you have any requests for future videos, leave those in the comments below too. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to be bringing you a lot more of these one brand looks in the future. So I hope you really like it. But yeah, I really like how this one turned out. So anyway, thank you and have a great day.